Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 cast by Glitch. Today we are continuing our inspection of LiquidHERO. All this week we've been looking at LiquidHERO's play. We look at some of his PvP, some of his PvT, and now we're going to be checking out a little bit of his PvZ here in Heart of the Swarm. So, spawning here in the top right position as the blue Protoss, we have Team Liquid's Hero. Spawning in the bottom right position, his opponent today played on the Korean ladder, if you couldn't tell by all the Korean that is going down in chat, is the Red Zerg Splendid. Now Splendid, as far as I know, is not a professional level player. I think he was just a guy on the Korean ladder, but he ends up being a very, very good player. We're going to have to see how he's going to respond to, well, whatever hero decides to throw at him. Now, Whirlwind is an interesting map. It is a 4-player map where you can spawn in any of the 4 corners, and you are not restrained to spawning cross positions or anything like that, so you can spawn anywhere. Hero's actually going to be lucky enough here to be going to this southern expansion first of all, and he's going to get that immediate scout right off on his opponent, be able to get in here and see exactly what his opponent is doing. And at this point in time, all he's looking for is to see that there wasn't any kind of early pool going down. Ooh, Hero needs to be really, really careful. He's in the middle of a whole lot of drones there. I'm not sure that I would have had the control that Splendid did there. I would have immediately tried to kill that probe off, and probably would have got it too. He was stuck between 4 or 5 drones there. There goes the pool right now. Normal timing there. For Zerg. Now in the base of Hero, he is putting this pylon here down on the low ground, and just based on the timing of this probe scout, Splendid is going to have a pretty good idea of where LiquidHERO is. He's pretty much going to be either in this bottom left position or in this top right position, just based on how fast this probe got to his base. It would be very unusual for Hero to have to come diagonally across the map first. Why? Simply because that's the longest distance you could possibly go, right? So you can, if you want to go to any one other base, you want to go to the closest possible one, just in case he is there. You get a very, very early scout on him. So in the base of LiquidHERO, we do see that he's going to be opening with a Forge Fast Expand here. Still very, very normal on the Korean server. This is still a very, very common build that most Koreans are doing, and North American players are starting to go back to this as well, from what I've been seeing. For a while there in Heart of the Swarm, a lot of people were opening up Gateway and Cybernetics Core expands, but some people are even opening Gateway Cybernetics Core here at the low ground and just immediately getting that Nexus that way as well. So that's another possible way to open. And oh, Hero going for the double pylon block. This is here at the 3rd, and at the natural another pylon went down, so he's actually going to be denying quite a bit of time of getting those hatcheries for quite a while here. Now we do see that a couple of queens are going to be on the way, and he's just continuing to get more and more drones. That's the best he can do right now, is just try to get up his economy as best as he can on one base. As you can see now, he's just going to be moving out to go clear that. Going to be getting that hatchery down. Second one, oh, this one was actually canceled here by LiquidHERO, and now the drone is going to be moving down here. So Splendid is going to be coming up here, and it looks like he's actually going to be able to get both of these down before the 4:30 mark. So this is actually really, really good here for Splendid. He's getting both of his hatcheries down before the 4-minute 30-second mark. And Hero has lost resources. Hero has lost a total of 100 minerals lost at this pylon, and then the 25 minerals he lost from canceling here, and he didn't really delay his opponent very much at all. He's going to delay his opponent of a little bit of mining time, but that's going to be pretty insignificant compared to the fact that he got all of his hatcheries up at a very, very normal time for Zerg players to get those hatcheries up. And now, oh, a little bit of miscontrol here by Splendid as he allows his 2 of his Zerglings to get taken out here from this one cannon, but he does get that scout off at the front, sees that the Forge is down, sees that the Gateway is building, and he sees that Photon Cannon as well. Might have even gotten as far as to see the Cybernetics Core timing. Let me see, did he see that? Yeah, he actually did get in to see the Cybernetics Core timing as well. So he's going to know when that Warp Gate research timing is going to be coming down here. For those of you that don't know, that Cybernetics Core, from the time it goes down, takes about 3 minutes. So if you see your opponent, if you're a Zerg opponent, or if you're a Zerg player and you have an Overlord in your opponent's base, which Splendid did, so actually Splendid has been seeing everything in here the entire time, but with that scout, if you see that Cybernetics Core going down, you can count ahead 3 minutes on your clock, and that's about the earliest a warp gate timing can come at you. So you're free to drone pretty much right up until that time that you see 3 minutes past the Cybernetics Core going down. That's about the right time. So we can see now that the queens have been spread out. He's going to be injecting and just getting up that worker count. If we check out the harvester count right now, we can see that Splendid is currently slightly down, actually, 37 harvesters to 33, favoring LiquidHerO. So LiquidHerO's in a very, very good spot. 2 gas geysers now coming down here at the 6-minute and 30-second mark, and a +1 ground weapons is on the way here, as well as that warp gate research. In the main of LiquidHerO, no tech quite yet, but there is an overlord getting in position to scout here, and oh, looks like this probe is going to be taken down here by the Zerglings. Nice move here by Splendid. Something you always want to do as a Zerg player. You want to chase down those probes every single time. If you can spot that probe, you want to chase it back. It forces them to either go back into their base or to just die, you know, like they can't put down any pylons. They have to retreat back to their base. They have no choice as long as you continue to chase them. So yeah, now we have a completely gasless opening here from Splendid. Absolutely no gas has gone down yet. None at the main, none at the natural. There we go. 2 now being taken here at the natural. Oh, 2 more being taken in the main as well. But this is very late. We're at the 7-minute and 40-second mark, and he's now just taking 6 gases all right away. So this is an interesting build here. But not super uncommon. I've been seeing a lot of players do similar things. Idra also has been opening up gasless for quite a while here. So this is not the most uncommon of builds, but a lot of Zerg players are doing this these days. To me, it's a little bit scary. I like having that early link speed that allows me to get that early map control. But a lot of players they like playing without it. They feel safe without it. Now, these overlords did go in and scout here that the Twilight Council went down, but they did not scout all of these gateways going down here for LiquidHerO. And interestingly enough, this is going to be, we're actually seeing a Templar Archives going down here right early on. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some kind of a Templar push here early on, most likely not going to be with Storm. He's actually getting in here with a Phoenix right now, seeing everything that his opponent has right now. Sees the double evolution chamber goes down. There should be a Roach Warren about here somewhere. Where is that Roach Warren? I just finished up wherever it is. There it is in the main. And Layer Tech coming down as well as the macro hatchery here, because Splendid has done a fantastic job of getting up his drone count. If we check out the harvester count right now, 68 harvesters to the 50 of LiquidHerO. So he's in a fantastic spot for drones, but he needs to get up a lot of forces right now. Now with his Templar Archives completing it, I think that most likely what we're going to be seeing here is a push with a lot of Archons is what we're going to see out of this push. So we're going to see some kind of Zealot Archon push. Notice 4 sentries are out on the field. Looks like he stopped production at 4 sentries, and before he does, he's just going to be poking in here at this 3rd. This is to be sure that he can clear off any Zerglings that are in here. And oh, I love this from Splendid. Has a lot of Overlords moving out across the map right now to watch those expansions. So yeah, it looks like behind this attack, LiquidHerO is going to be taking a 4th base of his own. 4 High Templar have just now been warped in here, and will he keep them? Yeah, we don't have any, no Storm tech coming on the way at all, and if there were, it would be a really, really late push, so yeah, it looks like it is just going to be Archons coming down. I'm actually surprised that he's only morphed 1 so far. He hasn't morphed the other one. That's kind of odd. But looks like a 4th base now coming down here for Splendid, and Heroes moving out into the middle of the map. This Zealot Archon push could be very, very, very strong. Creep has been pushed out very far here by Splendid. This is very, very nice creep spread here. This is going to mean that this is the closest Hero gets to warping in his units, which is very, very far from his opponent's base. But now Hero is moving in here. 2 Archons are in the mix. Where is that other Archon? There it is. 2 Archons in the mix here, but there's a big number of Roaches out here now, and oh, a lot of damage going down onto that Mothership core as Queens are being pulled there. Nice Time Warp goes down, keeping those Roaches a little bit farther back, but it looks like there's going to be a big engagement here as +1/+1 still on the way here for Splendid. So he doesn't have that +1/+1, but there is a +2 attack here for LiquidHerO, and he's starting to move in. The Zealots also have charge as well, so it looks like he's going to be able to get up into this 3rd, and oh, force fields could go down on the ramp, and yes, they do go down, but they're not the best force fields, and Splendid is going to be able to get in there, and no, there we go, finally. That last force field goes down, closing off that wall. Now, oh no, all of these drones! Oh, so many drones being taken down by these Archons. These Archons have so much splash damage. If the units clump up like that, these Archons take them down so quickly. In the meantime, looks like there is a 3rd base going down here for LiquidHerO because he knows he just took out the base of his opponent. More force fields going down here. It looks like he's going to be able to pick off this Queen. A lot of damage going down. Yeah, that Queen does manage to get taken out. And with this Mothership core here, Hero can choose to either keep pushing into this attack, or he can choose to just pull back, and yes, that's exactly what Hero is going to be doing, is he using that Mothership Core's mass recall ability to just pull his entire army back, having done a ton of damage to his opponent. If we check out the workers killed count, 22 workers killed there for LiquidHerO, so beautifully played move there by LiquidHerO. But now, what he needs to be careful of right now is the pushback from his opponent. Because at this point in time, Splendid is saying, I need to push back. He's been doing a extremely good job of injecting during this fight, macroing very, very hard, and now he's got a ton of roaches out. He's actually up in supply, 144 supply to the 123 of Hero. So basically, Hero is at the point in the game where he just needs to defend this expansion. He needs to defend this expansion against any possible pushback, and it looks like that is what he's going to have to do, is he's going to, as all these roaches are now starting to move into this third base of LiquidHerO, he wants to try to trap as many of these here. Nice force fields going down there, trapping a bunch of those roaches on the high ground here. Might even consider warping in some more sentries. Yeah, more sentries now coming in as he wants to be able to keep force fielding this ramp. But oh, in the meantime, the Muta tech switch by Splendid. Where did the Spire? I didn't even see the Spire coming down, but the Spire went down, and the Mutalisks are now in the base getting a lot of worker kills. This fight is still going on. Nice force fields going down here, but the Burrow goes down as Splendid is able to burrow all those units, and no, picks off that pylon, and now all of these warp gates are unpowered, allowing these Mutalisks to go into that main. And in the meantime, Hero just waiting to chrono boost out Observer here, so he's waiting on that right now. And oh, every now and then looks like Splendid just trying to get away with as many roaches as he can, but notice he's reestablishing this base here. Also has this base mining, so he's going up to 4 bases right now as he waits, as he tries to do as much damage as he can with these Mutalisks, which are actually managing to do quite a bit of damage. These roaches in the meantime going forward, trying to deal some damage here, and with those with that Observer, he can now detect all of those roaches, but these roaches are doing a great job of splitting Hero up. 155 supply to the 103 of LiquidHerO, and these Mutas are continuing to just do huge amounts of damage. So far, 21 workers killed here for Splendid, and he's continuing to deal more damage. The cannon goes down. He's going to continue to get some more workers here. Hero trying to do everything he can to get back in this game. Will he be able to get back into this game? Now coming up here, these warp gates are still unpowered. Hero needs to get a pylon down there immediately. In the meantime, Splendid is doing a fantastic job of droning back up. 66 harvesters to the 32 of LiquidHerO. Will LiquidHerO be able to pull back into this game? It is going to be absolutely a horrible, horrible prospect here for LiquidHerO. It's going to be, he's just going to have such a hard time trying to get back into this game right now because he's just so far behind. He's going to need something amazing here. Now, we do see that 2 Stargates went down here for LiquidHerO, and I think this is actually what kind of caused LiquidHerO to not do so hot in this game, because I think it was a little bit greedy here. I think if you're going for this third base, you want to produce lots of army units on top of that to be able to defend that third base, because you know that pushback is absolutely what you have to deal with, and if you can deal with that pushback, then you're going to be in a fantastic spot. But in the meantime, these Mutas coming in here, once again poking in, going to be taking out a lot of those units, stopping all the production here for LiquidHerO. Beautiful force fields going down here by LiquidHerO, as those are, look at all these roaches that are doing absolutely no damage. So many of these roaches are just sitting back here, not dealing any damage to this army at all, while these Immortals are doing all the damage. But in the meantime, these units here in the main are getting quite a bit of damage done, but with this one Archon here, he's actually picking off quite a few of those Mutas. But Hero is still being pulled every single which way. 87, 91 supply to 142 supply of Splendid. The mining is still heavily favoring Splendid. He is now up to 80 drones, and so Splendid is just looking for trades right now. At this point, Splendid is just looking to constantly fight his opponent and keep his opponent on that back foot so his opponent can never attack his bases. In the meantime, taking a 5th base here in this lower expansion and just continuing to macro up a lot of Lings and a lot more Mutas coming on the way. Now, on that production tab, we can see that the +1 attack is now coming down, so he's transitioning fully. There's that Spire that I was looking for earlier. +2 attack also coming down for the Mutas as he starts to take another base, and Hero in an absolutely horrible position right now. He is definitely playing from behind here. His worker count is way below his opponent. He's doing a fantastic job of getting his economy back on track. 49 harvesters to 77, but his army is just not where he wants it to be. 108 supply to the 157 here of Splendid. And with this Phoenix here, this hallucinated Phoenix, he's going to be able to get in here, see that his opponent has quite a few bases. And if we go to the vision of LiquidHerO, yeah, we can see that he knows about this base. He doesn't actually know about this base yet, but I'd say that it's safe to assume that he knows that it's there based on the creep that he has seen coming out of there. So it's a good bet that he knows that his opponent is at least on 4 bases right now, but he has no way of putting any pressure back on his opponent right now. Right now he's just trying to get as many stalkers up as he can. Now these stalkers are +3/+3, so we can do quite a bit of damage here. And he's just trying to fend off these units as much as he can. Oh, almost gets a Muta there. But now that Muta's just going to be able to pull back. And in Heart of the Swarm, ooh, no, manages to pick it off. In Heart of the Swarm, the regeneration of the Mutalisks has now been increased, so they actually do a fantastic job of healing. Not quite as good as Reapers, but still pretty good. And oh no, LiquidHerO has all these Blink Stalkers out in the middle of the map. Managed to get all surrounded by those Lings, and that is such a big loss there for LiquidHerO, as he needs those to be able to defend against all these Mutalist forces now coming in here. He's going to need to throw down some force fields here. These Lings are managing to get surrounded by everything. Stalkers blinking back, more Stalkers being warped in as well. But man, it looks like Hero just is completely in the most horrendous defensive position ever. He's trying to get up some Phoenixes right now to be able to deal with this, but I think Splendid is already way ahead of him, as on the production tab we do see that there are 11 Corruptors on the way. That is a lot of Corruptors on the way. Basically at this point what Splendid is going for is a Ling Corruptor. This is something that's becoming very, very popular for Zergs that tend to get into this Muta position where they have a ton of Mutas and they want to keep going Muta. They're just determined to win that air fight, right? And that's the way they can continue to do that. Because Phoenixes are so good against Mutalisks, by adding in these Corruptors into the mix, he can then deal with these Phoenixes very well, because these Corruptors are armored, so they do not take the damage bonus that Phoenixes have against Light. Versus Light, Phoenixes deal double the damage. 5 damage versus Light units like Mutalisks. No, 10 damage rather, versus Mutalisks, but only 5 against armored units like Corruptors. So these Corruptors are actually going to be doing very, very well here. Oh no, but there's a Ling counterattack going down here as the Mutas are attacking from the natural expansion, and this Pylon's going to go down there. Hero trying to warp in as many units as he can, but will he be able to hold? This is so many Mutalisks and so many Corruptors here from Splendid, and it looks like that Pylon's going to be going down once again, denying all the production here of LiquidHerO. Fantastic played game here by Splendid. Although I really love that push from LiquidHerO at the beginning, I think he just got a little bit too greedy with these 2 Stargates. That push at the beginning was absolutely fantastic. He was playing so beautifully and so perfectly up until that time that he didn't quite defend this 3rd base as well as he could, and he wasn't prepared for that Muta transition. That Muta transition by Splendid was a very, 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 very good choice. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/GlitchStarCraft, Facebook.com/GlitchStarCraft as well. I know I also promised you some tutorials. Those are still coming. I've been trying to figure out how I want to do them. I've been trying to find somebody to make me a nice little video introduction for that series, so I've been trying to find somebody that would do that for me. If you happen to know someone, please just send me an email at getglitched@gmail.com. Excellent. Thanks guys so much for watching. Glitch out.